we have now been joined by AFC Wimbledon captain Jake Reeves. It's a pleasure for you to join us today. I think a lot of Wimbledon fans want to know, how are you and how is your injury getting along?
Yeah, frustratingly slow, shall we say. Just one of them things, unfortunately. I think the ankle's stable, all ligaments are fine, I've had it all checked and stuff like that, and it's just a matter of waiting for the sort of pain that I'm getting when I run to sort of subside, and as soon as that happens, hopefully it won't be too long.
Can I just shout out and say full respect for losing the gloves?
Yes, I had to do it after I got told off by you a couple of minutes ago.
Skip, just looking at where we are right now, looking at the squad, and we were talking about the fact that James Furlong is coming and joined the back three tonight.
Yep.
How much of a testament is it to the work that Johnny, Craig, etc. have done, that we have built a squad? You're missing, Joe's missing, Omar's missing, Miles is missing, but we're still going out and winning games.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think whenever anyone takes over a team, it's going to take a few windows for them to incorporate their ideas and how they want you to play, firstly, on the pitch. Secondly, you need the type of profiles to sort of go with that as well, and obviously that takes time. They've obviously done their work, they've done their homework exactly on how they want to play, and they've done that, and I think they've proved that working together, not just one person making the shots, because they all have their own say, working closely with them, I know that. And they all come up with their own ideas on players, etc. And it's worked perfectly so far.
In the past recent weeks or months, we've had some pretty impressive results, and it's been I'd say a pretty decent start to the season. Since you've been gone, we've had FA Cup runs, beating Milton Keynes again. How impressed have you been with the side since you've been gone?
Yeah, the boys have done brilliant. Special shout out to Alistair Smith as well.
Yeah.
Not naturally a 4, if you like, or a 6 as they call it nowadays. Naturally more of a bit of an 8 throughout his career, and I think he slotted in seamlessly and been a real calm influence on the boys, I think, particularly at home. Don't get to watch too many of the away games. Obviously on TV it's a little bit harder to notice exactly what's going on the whole time.
Yeah.
But particularly on the home games, he's slotted in very, very well. And the boys around. And another shout out as well, James Ball playing centre half.
Yeah.
He's obviously fitted in, helps with our build-up play tremendously, particularly at home again, where you naturally have a little bit more of the ball and stuff like that. And I think certain things are sort of fitted in at the right time.
Is it hard for you, being on the sidelines watching on, especially when we're pulling out performances, and I allude to the MK one, where you sit there, you look at how we were dominant from minute one, we were excellent, and you must have been sat there thinking, yeah, I wish I was out there playing.
Yeah, I won't lie to you, it's horrific. I'm one of the worst people watching and being injured. I don't enjoy it. I have to sort of take myself out of a player sort of mindset and almost think, almost like a coach or like a manager when I watch, and it's partly aware of me dealing with not being out there, but being able to look at things sort of as the game's going ahead, and anything I can give at half time, for example, on home games and stuff like that, little nudges to boys, what I can see through experience, then I'll try that.
It seems like this squad I feel like everyone just wants to play and they're happy to play different positions. Like as you said, James Ball coming in, we've had players, Omar, Miles on international duty, and players are happy to kind of gain the opportunity when they have.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, like the season's, it's a long time. It's a long time when you're playing, and particularly for lads that are not playing, can feel even longer. But when the boys are doing so well, and the culture that we sort of created around our dressing room and stuff like that, no one's left out, whether you're playing or whether you're not playing, and it keeps all the boys in tune. Everyone knows they've got a big role to play. So, for example, obviously Maycock had to sit on the bench for the first sort of month and 2 months. I obviously then take an injury, and we change sort of personnel in that area, gives him an opportunity to come and flourish. You know that there's many games to play, and obviously there's going to be lots of twists and turns for everyone.
What's different? This team, it just feels like it has an air of toughness about it. It's a lot sharper, it's a lot fitter. People will point out to Dave Reddington's addition and say that we're just a bit more tactically sharper. But for me, the fundamental is the soft underbelly that we had so many years ago. It's gone. It's taken a long time to get rid of, but it's gone. Yeah,
no, it's certainly gone. Like I said, when a manager takes over, he identifies certain things that he wants to address. I'm sure that was one of them. Another one is player recruitment, getting the right types of characters in, right personnel, people, attributes, all of that comes under it. Coaching staff, he obviously felt there was an area to sort of improve with someone else, with Dave Reddington coming in. Obviously you won't know exactly what Dave's been doing on the training field, but for a little snippet, counter-pressing, our shape off the ball when we are attacking is just as important as our build-up players, our shape in the middle of third, compared to our attacking play as well.
Riva, we look fitter.
Yeah, also that can be, we either could be fitter or we are fitter, but also that comes down to positionally understanding where to be at the right times on the pitch. You might seem sharper, you might seem fitter, but you actually just might be in a better position to sort of know where that ball's coming out, for example, being sharper to the first second ball, the third second ball, and then keeping it in play. Makes you feel like you're fitter and sharper, but maybe before we weren't maybe in the right area, so we're missing that opportunity. And that's one of the key things that Dave's done really well, identifying that sort of area of our game and improving it.
Looking more at today's game against Accrington, we've had some really good fixtures about them. Before we get on to your thoughts about tonight, what has been your favourite memories against Accrington?
Oh, right. Obviously,
There is one obvious one.
Obviously, the second playoff game, Lyle Taylor's goal, I'll just leave it like that. But obviously, my big part in that was probably my favourite part of it.
The incredible run.
The incredible run. We'll go with that. Yeah, we'll go with that.
When the lights go out.
Yeah, and then the lights went out, and we had all sorts in that game, didn't we? But, yeah.
Tom Beers' goal is posted.
Tom Beers is up there as well.
It's pinned on the Twitter page. One thing I'll say about Kings Meadow, it was little, it was tight, it was intimidating. But you know when we celebrated a goal, if you listen to that noise, oh man, it's scary.
Well,
it's scary.
Most of the fans could have ended up right next to Tom. We was right on the sideline when he actually eventually bully drags him down. I watched it again the other day, it came up. And,
I was hanging off one of the concrete beams of the Kempler, my usual spot.
Do you miss Kings Meadow, or are you happy? I mean, we're
obviously
happy that...
Obviously completely happy here, and obviously where the club's managed to get back to and stuff like that. But when I first signed, obviously it was Kings Meadow, and it holds a special place naturally for that season, and obviously the two I played before as well.
I just wanted to ask one on the fact that looking around and sort of like, I work in the EFL and that's my job to study it. Everyone's tipping this football club to do big things this season.
Yeah.
Big things this season. Do you guys feel the same in the dressing room? Do you look at it and think, yeah? Or do you think, nah, keep your head down, keep doing what we're doing, churn out results? It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah, well, obviously that's the way you look at it when people ask you any questions, but not even secretly, to be honest. We all know the capabilities of the team. We all know the capabilities of the individuals, and having the right structure behind that then can only propel you in the right direction. You've only got to look at from when the gaffer took over, what the club was sort of doing at that time compared to where the club is now, with Craig Copes coming in as well. And there's obviously vast improvements each year that they've been here. So, yeah, of course, we all know what this club is capable of, and it's just about consistency at this level. That's all it's about, picking up results regularly. We
feel like a big scalp again.
We should have never have not been. So I don't know what happened in that sort of period.
I mean, look, results define what people think. But at the end of the day, people look at Wimbledon now and they fear Wimbledon once again.
Yeah, and they should do. Like I said, with the work that they've done, with the personnel that we brought in our attacking options. Like you said, Omar's not here tonight, and he weren't here on the weekend, but Pigs can step in easily for that role and do that job. Centre half's not available tonight. Bawley can step in. We've got James Furlong back in at the left. Anyone can step in.
I think the biggest compliment I've heard over the past few weeks is everyone, opponent-wise, opposition-wise, I've spoken to after the game. The Port Vale owner called me after the game and goes, "We were lucky. We were very lucky. You're the best team that has come in this season."
Yeah.
And it feels like we are a team again.
Yeah, we are a proper team. You've only got to go from tonight with the changes that are being made, forced upon as well, and you don't feel that's any way inclined weakening us at all.
Finally, today it's a game in hand. It's probably, I would count it's probably one of the biggest games of the season. It's the games which you have to win. It's a chance to get inside the playoffs for our team. Yeah,
of course. I mean, tonight won't define where we end up at come the end of the season. No matter what happens tonight, win, lose or draw, play well, play indifferently, play badly, it won't make no difference on the outcome. It'll obviously be a step in the right direction if we do. Games in hand can be sometimes a little bit of a false position because you're obviously counting on those to be 3 points.
Well, Jake,
not as easy to do it, but they're gonna.
It's a pleasure for you to join us.